If you've been looking for me, baby, I ain't hard to find. I've been on somebody's block, trying hard to shine. I've been hustling alone, struggled hard for mine. When I picked up that pen and decided to rhyme, hey, look at me. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me. If you looking at yourself, then you ain't looking at me. Hey, look at me.
Eyes focused on me and watch me do whatever they don't do, and they ain't never gon' do, cause all they do is watch me do what I do, and you already know what I'ma do. I'ma get more green than a can of Mountain Dew. Never owe nobody whatever amount due. If she wanna do the do, then that's what we gon' do. When it come to the crew, whatever they won't do, and yes I do. Got to stay clean every day.
Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it, that's all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Should've seen a look when they saw me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it, that's all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Should've seen a look when they saw me. They ain't happy, they just shot. Kill Nipsey, they touch pop. Can't believe that I made it here. Bust rounds in my bus stop. No help, all me get money on 3 game plan. In the hills talking real figures. Got heel figure on the waistband. Like 4 bands, 4 hours, fuel efficient. Just know I get it done. Life a dream, life a game, all the same. Look like I really won. Roll the dice, you could bet that. Came back from a setback. Front pocket full of head pack. About to do a show, then I head back. Like, hold up, watch how you talk to me. I be too petty for play. I need my fatty today. Waking up early so I get ahead of the day. It worked for me better that way. Better go get it, you young and you able. They did not save us a seat at the table. I did it all with no help from a label. Came a long way just from stealing that cable. I'm teed up, drip down, save it, sit down, I don't need a cosign, need a new phone line. I think I'm too full of myself and they full of that hatred. They hated to see it. I don't need no help, I'm just being myself and they happen to pay me to be. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it, that's all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Should've seen a look when they saw me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it, that's all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Should've seen a look when they saw me. They ain't cheering, they just doubting. Kill Sebby, they touch Malcolm. Meanwhile, I bought a Cuban link. I might upgrade it, might bust down it. Shine hard like I'm supposed to. I'm a king in a slum village. When you speaking that real, even though it's claiming ain't none feel it. I can see the envy. Know he wanna hide it, but it's coming through. I ain't seen nobody before I seen the paper. Who the is you? Mandatory that I keep on guessing. I'm a pop quiz and a potluck. Turn a win to a winning streak just to show these that it's not luck. Pop out, I'm fresh off a plane. Tell him that daddy is home. Truly, he glad to be home. These gravity prone. Tell by the way that he looking, he mad that he on. I've been on 10 with the 10 to the hoes in the market until there's no hoes in my pocket. These tend to be lying and tend to be hating on me cause I told them to stop it. Totally opposite every opinion. I'm doing whatever I'm feeling. Seem like the only few times when I asked for advice, what they gave me was never appealing. Lately, I feel like the man, yeah, the man that I told you one day I would be. They wanna know how I do what I do. Might be something to you, but it's nothing to me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it, that's all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Should've seen a look when they saw me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army. Remember when they didn't wanna call me. Now I can't keep it, that's all me. Need no help, that's all me. Could've went to jail or the army.
Welcome to ParadigmShiftTv314. This is your brother, DMG the Poet. I got something funky going on with my camera, but I don't know what it is. So y'all bear with me for a second. Give me 1 second. What in the hell? Let's see. So it ain't the screen. Can y'all see that? What I'm seeing is blinking on my screen.
No.
Okay, so it's just on my end, I guess. That's crazy. Okay. Well, anyway, let me do my usual spiel. Welcome to Paradigm Shift TV 314. This is your brother, DMG the Poet, aka Brother Pianki. And we got another powerful show with the most powerful guest we've ever had on this channel, the baddest Black woman to step into the YouTube arena. But before I introduce her or have her introduce herself, let me do my usual spiel. Let me say hotep to my Kemetic brothers and sisters. Let me say God bless to my Christian brothers and sisters. Let me say assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters in the NOI. Let me say Islam to my brothers and sisters in the Moorish movement. Let me say peace to my brothers and sisters in the Nation of Gods and Earth, them 5%ers. Let me say shalom to my Israelite brothers and sisters. And finally, let me say what's up to my atheist brothers and sisters and my Abo brothers and sisters. And Jumbo to the rest of my brothers and sisters throughout the African diaspora, be it here in the wilderness of the United States of America or beyond. Y'all know I say that greeting for one reason and one reason only. It's because if you Black, I'm with you, and I hope you with me. Our different ideologies should not keep us from uniting, and we can have disagreements without being disrespectfully disagreeable. We can have unity without uniformity. With that being said, baddest Black woman on these YouTube streets, can you please introduce yourself to the Paradigm Shift TV 314 audience? Unmute yourself.
Might want to do that, huh? Might want to do that. Hello, Paradigm Shift. It's your girl G4G, known as Gangster for God, your number one Christian. Yeah, don't play with me. Yeah. Hey, to everybody else. But yeah, I'm Gangster for God. AKA Chocolate Barbie at your next. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, we're gonna start this thing off right. But yeah, hi, y'all, welcome to me. Hey, bro.
What's up, sis? So
Hey.
with that being said, let me ask you your first question. So let's get this out the way so everybody know, and we don't have no disrespect in the chat.
Oh Lord.
This is my little bro, trust and believe the gospel, aka Jacobus Wyatt's queen, his wife. So y'all keep it cozy, and y'all can stay in here. If you don't, then just go ahead and remove yourself now. We ain't gotta have no problems. So let's get that out the way. And sis, let's talk about how you grew up and what kind of formed you into the person you are, into the gangster for God we see before us. Start with your childhood, your relationships with your mom and your siblings, etc.
Oh, well, I was raised by a single mother because of her. Like, my daddy would have been around, but she chose for him not to be around. It was all about the money with her and receiving a check, basically. I have one sibling by her. She got a son, but we're not close. Yeah, she got a son. We're not close as we should be. And she's been deceased now for 16 years. And so I basically raised myself since I was 14 years old. I became homeless at the age of 14. And throughout from 14 to 17, I stayed with over 20 different classmates until I moved in with my husband. Nobody, Trust, Jacobus, whichever name y'all call him, but I call him Big Daddy. So yeah, until I moved in with him, I stayed with over 20 different people. Shout out to everybody that went to David W. Carter. And thank you so much for doing what you're doing for your girl. Thank y'all parents and everybody that looked out for me, because I had some amazing, amazing friends. But like I said, at the age of 14, my mama was on drugs, alcoholic. And so we stayed in Woodtown, close by Carter High School in Dallas, Texas. And she, all of a sudden, just after my stepdaddy left, she used to stab my stepdaddy, y'all. She used to stab him. This last time she stabbed him, I had just turned 14. She stabbed him in his back. And I'll never forget that day. She stabbed him in his back, and the handle of the knife came off, and the blade was still stuck in his back.
Ooh.
And so I was right there. I witnessed it. And I'm like, Mama. And she turned around and she was like, get out or I'll kill you. And so I bare-faced and went in my room, jumped out the window to try to get him some help. And so his sister ended up coming, and she came and she was telling him, like, bro, you need to call 911 and charge her, get her charged. And so he was like, nah, that's my wife. I'm not gonna do that. And so that day was the last day of their relationship, and he left. And shortly after that, she went on a bench and not paying the bills and none. So the lights got cut off, water got cut off, everything got cut off. And to the fact she had her son and myself, we was the only two, and I'm the oldest. She always babied him. And so she ended up taking him with her. And I don't know where they was at or where they went to, but I ended up sleeping outside, and I was on the porch sleeping, and because the house, everything was off. So, you know, when water off and lights off.
Hold on, real. So your mother took your brother with her,
mm-hmm.
and left you to your own devices at 14
right.
years old.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was her favorite child. It is what it is. It was what it was. That was her baby boy. And like, I guess he couldn't do no wrong in her eyes or whatever, even though it was just us two. And she depended on me for a lot. Like, I was his second mom. And so they end up leaving and going to South Dallas. You know, where we grew up at. They go to South Dallas. I stayed over there because at the end of the day, I was the first person to receive a high school diploma out of my whole entire family, like from generation to generation. Like, so I'm the first one to ever receive a high school diploma. And so once I heard that, I was like, it wasn't nothing gonna stop me from getting that diploma. So I slept on the porch, and sometimes I had to wear the same clothes over and over. Thank you. But sometimes I had to wear the same clothes over and over. Sometimes I got talked about or whatever, but everybody know, like, yeah, if you want the smoke, I'm the fire that's gonna bring it. So what's up? That's why my name Gangsta for God, because
hey, and you know what's crazy? Because we talk about being alike all the time, but just hearing what you like, God damn, it's crazy how much shit we have in common.
Right.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I told you I'm the girl version of you. Yeah, we crazy together. The only thing you missing is your Christianity. Other than that, you know, we're one and the same.
Damn.
But I went to school in like I said, in the same clothes sometimes, and got talked about, but from a distance, because nobody ever said anything, just to my face, because they know I was with the smoke. So my neighbor, I can't find her, but I know I need to find Shay. I can't even remember her last name or nothing, but we stayed on Woodshire and Kernwood at the time, and she stayed like 4 houses down from us. And I guess she seen me constantly on the porch day after day, and she walked up to me one day and she was like, Nish, where your mommy? And I'm like, I don't know. She was like, have you been out here by yourself? I'm like, yes, ma'am. And at the time, she was like in her early 20s and pregnant with her third child, I believe, and her husband, Nick. And they was like, come on, you coming with us. And so I went down there, stayed with them. And I can remember her oldest son name is Tristan. I don't remember the two babies' names, but at the time, her oldest son name was Tristan. I mean, her oldest son name is Tristan. But anyway, they
What's her
came
name
in.
again?
Huh?
What was
Her
her
name is Shay. Her husband name was Nick, and the oldest baby boy, his oldest boy his name was Tristan. And I don't remember the two youngest one name, but if I can find Shay, somebody can help me find Shay, because I genuinely want to tell her, like, I'm okay now. I made it. I'm married. I got 3 amazing kids, a dog, and all that good stuff. So
Hey,
I just want to tell her thank you.
Drop a bomb for
Yes, Shay and Nick did that. Yes. Like, that was so I end up moving in with them. And shortly after I moved in with them, I told you they stay like 3 or 4 houses down. Shortly after I moved in with them, they moved to a bigger house far out. And just so happened, it was just the summertime was coming. And so we all moved. No, I take that back. It was winter break was coming up. And I moved out there with them. And so this is the first time in my life I ever seen a real Christmas tree. Christmas is my favorite holiday, okay? So this is the first time I ever seen a real Christmas tree. Like, we putting popcorn on a string. Like, we like it's real. Like, you can smell pine in the air. Like, so she had me to, the day before Christmas, she had me to come in there and help her wrap the kids' Christmas gifts. And like, they had some coins or something, because baby, when I say from the baby girl on up to Tristan, like, everybody had like their own section in the living room of gifts. And so I'm just excited just to have a roof over my head, hot meals, and just to be loved on the way that they was loving on me. And so the Christmas day, we wake up, she coming there, and she had the softest voice, and she was just like so sweet. And so she would rub you all kindly, and she would, wake up, it's Christmas. And so I pop up and I'm helping her get the kids together, because it's 3 little kids. So I'm helping her get the kids together. We go in the living room, and it's a whole new section of gifts. And so I'm trying to help the kids open up their stuff. I'm not expecting nothing. I'm just excited that I'm here, like I said, with a roof over my head. And so she was like, Nisha, that's my other name, y'all. She was like, Nisha, those are yours. And so I looked at her and I'm like, and I just started crying. Because I'm like, what in the world? Like, I didn't expect nothing. But I'm talking about baby fat, everything. I was baby fat down, okay? That's back in the day. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing about my baby fat, all right? So I was baby fat down. So she had everything. Like, it was just literally the best Christmas I ever had, like, by myself. My mama literally never celebrated me. Like, my first time having a birthday party was this year. I had a game night in my house. This is my first time ever being celebrated with people around. Like, my husband celebrated me every year. Like, last year we went on a private plane over Dallas and things like that. He celebrates me, but nobody, I've never had a party. My mama never gave me one. So even on Christmases, like, she didn't buy me Christmas presents. My granny did. My granny came over there with an East Bake oven, a Polaroid camera, and all of that every year. I'm the favorite grandchild. Don't hate. But so
shout out to all the favorite grandchildren.
You heard me? Shout out to my granny. That's my baby. That's big baby right there. And so I end up where I was it? Oh, my bad. Bum. But so after Christmas Day and all of that, like, I had school. Once school started back, I wanted to graduate from Carter. That was my whole thing. I started there. I was gonna finish there. I was gonna be a Carter Cowboy. Like, I was gonna graduate. That was what I was gonna do from there. So I ended up moving back to Dallas, because they moved to like Glen Heights or something like that. So I ended up moving back to Dallas, and that's when I had to figure things out. So I stayed with a whole lot of friends, like a whole lot of friends. Sherelle, shout out to her and Mama Donna, like Toya, Lama Nisi, like Jeanette. Like I stayed with a whole bunch of different people until I moved in with my husband, my cousin Chevin, Tyra, Nisi, my sis. Like I stayed with literally like over 20 different people, just trying to make sure I got my high school diploma. Because no matter where I was at, I was in Dallas, so no matter where I was at, I stayed with my granny sometimes. So my Aunt Molly, wherever I was at, I was getting back to school. Like I was going to school, I was gonna be the first one to walk across that stage. And then that day finally came. May 23rd, 2004, finally came, and I walked across the stage. Anybody that went to Carter with me will let you know. I literally walked across the stage, and I was snotting like somebody done died. Like I was just so excited. So the whole class just stood up. Yeah, you made it. So I was just excited. Literally that day, my mama cussed me out on my graduation day. She cussed me out. I didn't even stay with this lady or nothing. Mind you, at this time, I stayed with my husband. He was my boyfriend then, but I stayed with my husband. That's who helped pay senior fees. That's who paid for prom and all of that. Like, he did that. My husband did everything for me. Without him, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today, like, at all. Like, that's my better half.
That's the one and only nobody who's
one
actually
and only
somebody from Trust and Believe Gospel.
Yes, he's literally the only man sexual partner that I've ever had in my life. We've been together 21 years.
One and only.
Mm-hmm. One and only. That's it. I've never had it, and can't nobody else tell you that their penis done been inside of me at all. Yes, but we've been together 21 years. We've been married for 15 years, and yeah, that's my best friend. That's my dog. That's my everything. That's my boo thing. Like that's everything to me. Like,
so speaking of nobody who's really somebody, how
he's everybody. What? Oh, we met at Glendale swimming pool when I was 15, July 27th of 2001. We met. We had did it for the first. He had to wait 2 years to get these goodies, so we didn't have, or we had no, do the nasty until July 11th of 2003. Yeah, I know. Because I told him, like, my mama wasn't like in my life so fact is keeping a roof over my head, but she was in my mom was crazy. Okay, Ozella was a different type of crazy. Like, she was strict. Even from staying across, you know what I'm saying, the town, like even from down the street or wherever she was at, like she told him, "Now that ain't your, that's my." And I'm like, ma'am,
wow.
Yeah, like first time meeting him, she went off. Like she met him over the phone, and she went off, and I'm like, wow. I was literally crying and screaming, like I can't believe she just did this. I can hear myself. Turn it off.
Let me ask you this. Because
no, I'm talking to them.
No. Let me ask you this though. With regards to, because you say your mom's was crazy. Did you go to church before being with him? Like, so you was already a Christian? Yes.
Okay. My mama was at she was Pentecostal at one point in her life. She didn't wear pants. And none of that. Like my mama was into the word and all that. When she backslid, she did it for real. Like she was for real about it. Like she did that. Like it was bad. It was bad. But she was crazy before then. And then when she got into church, she had simmered down some. But then when she backslid, this was like she went full-fledged in it. And then she was on drugs that I didn't even know about until after she died. And so, because I had no idea, nothing about no powder, and I didn't find out about wet until like when I was 15, I believe. And that's because somebody came and threw her on the porch, beat on the door, was like, "Nisha, get your mama." And I'm like, "What you mean? Yeah, I'm thinking she's drunk." But she's not. She is literally high off wet. And I pick her up because she was smaller than me. So I pick her up and I take her in the house, and she literally keeps falling off the bed and hitting her head on the corner of the nightstand. And so I'm like, Mama, you gonna give yourself a concussion. Like, you gotta stop. And so she can't comprehend what I'm saying. And so she just kept falling. And after like the 5th time, I was like, F it, you can stay down there. Like,
and
you
a teenager.
I'm 15. We staying with my cousin, little mama at the time, because I told you we was after 14, we was homeless.
Right.
So even she was trying to find somewhere to stay and all of this, that, and the third. So me, my brother, and her was staying at my cousin, little mama house in Sad Alice, and little mama had basically gave us the house for a small amount of time or whatever. But my mama was like, I told you she was crazy. It was real, like it was very real. And so she did that that night. I found out she was on wet. And so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's just something else on top of my plate. Because I gotta be the second mom / big sister to my little brother. I've always been that until after my mama died. When he found my mama dead, everything went, you know what I'm saying, a little left after that or whatever. And I was 20 when my mama died. And then so that made him 19. Or was he 18 and I was 19? It wanted that, something like that. But yeah, like, because we 10 months apart. We Irish twins. So we 10 months apart. And so after her dying, me and him just, you know what I'm saying, we drift apart or whatever. And honestly, I think he felt some sort of way about my husband because my husband took his place, but that's how life goes. You're supposed to get you a boo thing and then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was daddy to my younger siblings, so but they much younger. So my brother like 9 years, he like y'all age. And then you know, I'll be 46 Friday. And so and my
come on, school. At a birthday school.
Right. You know, tongue kissing 50. But
yeah,
my sister only like 4 years younger than me, but they was upset. I'm talking about frowned up at my wedding because they felt like your sister was taking me away from them. And so I didn't understand what the hell was wrong with them then, but because they liked her up until that, but you know, we got married young. And so, you know, and then I got a brother who, he my father's son, not my mother's, but he a year younger than me. So his birthday later this month. So I'm turning 46, he turning 45. We're close. And then, you know, as we got older, we drifted apart. But shit happens. Like you become an adult and you got to do what you got to do for you and yours. And it just, you know.
But I understood where my brother was coming from because if you know me, my brother was my first love, like for real. Like before my husband, before I had kids, all of that. Like I've always protected him. Like that was my baby. So I get where he came from, and he had no understanding of why, like, I still can't have my sister, but he didn't understand the point of how mama treated us differently. And he didn't have to go through everything that I went through. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to grow up, but he didn't have to grow up as fast. Like mama died when, like I said, when he was 18 or 19. And so he didn't have to endure all the stuff I endured. She made sure she had him with him. If they was in cars or whoever house, they was together. You know what I'm saying? Like I can remember after 14, her coming to get me one day in the wintertime, and we literally, her homegirl homeless, but her homegirl got a car. We in the car together, like we sleeping in the car. Me and my brother in the back seat with a blanket, they in the front seat, and they getting hot. And it's just so, but he don't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't fathoming all of that. And still to this day, he can really care less about what we do.
I was thinking that maybe he was a lot younger than you.
No, 10 months.
With her taking him with her as opposed to you, but y'all just being 10 months, it seemed like, you know what I mean? Like that's
it was because from what I gather, it's because she had a grudge against me because of I'm a one night stand, baby. Okay, my daddy bomb. Like my daddy is bomb. Like shout out to Mike, he bomb, and we've always had money and all that. But he had a girlfriend at the time who was his wife to this day. Like, I'm 36, they've been together 36 years. So I'm a one night stand, baby. But my mom wanted my dad. And so she felt some sort of way, you know, because I look just like him and everything. So I guess that's why she felt the way she felt towards me. But even though he was sending a child support check every 2 weeks, like not every month, every 2 weeks. That's how good he was getting paid. Like she was getting money every 2 weeks. So honestly, it wasn't no reason for us to be homeless. It had to be the drugs and the alcohol, because she was, back then it was Section 8. Yeah. You get light bill check, you get food stamps, you got all of this. So it wasn't no reason for the lights to be off, it wasn't no reason for us to be homeless or none of that. I mean, there wasn't no reason for me to have to go without birthday parties or Christmases and all of that. But that's what she chose. She chose my brother over me.
We get like, sometimes people get caught up in their vices, and the people who they should be loving on get left by the wayside. I remember my father telling me, because him and my mother had their drama, and she actually told me he didn't want me, and I like gave me a whole spiel, and I was like, didn't want to have nothing to do with him, and he was on crack. She told me that. Now I don't know why I needed to know that, but he quit cold turkey and started focusing on getting me. Now, of course, I ain't seeing this. I'm like, you ain't want to have nothing to do, you know. But as I got older and I started seeing things different and finding out some of the games my mother had played, I started to realize, like, damn. And I just understood that he got caught up, she got caught up, and it's like I was collateral damage in some shit that really ain't had nothing to do with me. But because they ain't had their shit together, I had to suffer. And so the goal always been to never put my kids in that position.
Say that again. Say that again.
Like, because, you know, like, they be young when they get in these situations. My mother and father, he was 18, she was 19. But he had another woman. Like I say, my brother, exactly a year younger than me, he ended up marrying my brother's wife. And my stepmother, she was good to me, you know, even though my mother tried to paint her a particular way. I remember my father was trying to sell this car. And look, that chump tried to sell the car to me. This was a raggedy 79 Grand Prix. She was like, sell it to him. I think he wanted 600. Like, yeah, he needs to learn responsibility. She was like, he'll give you 300. Like, that's you know, when I ain't have no gear, I'm getting in fights in school. She like, why you keep getting in fights? I'm like, they say something about me. I ain't really got nothing to say back. And I just tell them, hey man, you say one more thing to me, I'm gonna hit you in your mouth. Now, once I say I'm gonna write that check, I gotta write that check.
You gotta cash it, baby.
Right. And it's a store in St. Louis called Gus. They had all the, you know, Guess and Levi, used, damaged, all that stuff back in the day. I'm showing my age, but she was like, that's why they used to take my brother. She was like, hey, we got to start taking him where we take his brother. Like, it ain't no reason we taking him and we not taking him. That's the type of stepmother I had. And so when my mother would say little stuff about her, I'm like, she the bomb. But, you know, so the kids suffer because the parents ain't got their shit together.
And see, in my case, I suffered because of my mama. It was solely my mother. Right. It was not my dad. Like, my dad tried to get me on several different occasions. He even kidnapped me one time when I was younger and all of that because he wanted a relationship with me. And my mom made me look at him differently until one day my husband is the one that told me, was like, bro, sit down and think about it. Look at it. Like, and he made me open my eyes to my dad and that made me fall in love with my dad. Like, so to this day, like, my dad, one of my best friends, like I said, that man in me and everything, he would tell me like that's too much information, daughter. Like, but I tell him literally everything. I ain't no holding back. And he would tell, everybody.
Shout out to my little bro. Your better half.
You my better half for real. Like, seriously.
Let me ask you this about him. So, him being the only man who has ever stepped on that soil. Talk about y'all connection, and if it did, elaborate on how that strengthened your faith in God, y'all bond and y'all connection.
Well, honestly, like, I've always had a connection with God. Like that's always been in me. And of course now, like he on a whole different level with it. He know the Bible in and out, and I can go to him. I don't have to go to a pastor or anybody like that anymore. Because at one point in time, my pastor, I used to go to him and call him. I was the one in the Bible and calling pastor and first lady. Can you tell me what this means? Can you break this down to me? Can you break this down to me? Because at one point in time, my husband, tried to make us Hebrew Israelites or something, And so, but that didn't last long at all. Like he canceled Christmas.
Wait. Hold on. Because I ain't never got your perspective on that. So he was a Christian. And then, so he come home one day and he say what?
He was seeing the Bible like a Hebrew, like differently, like he wasn't fully grasping it. And so I'm
Mr.
like,
I love white people said the white man was the devil.
To a certain extent, like, yeah.
I gotta drop a bomb for that. Go ahead.
Like, just to a certain extent, but like he was canceling Christmas. We can't have no Christmas trees, and like Christmas is my favorite time of the year. So in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, like we cannot have a Christmas tree. That's fine. We ain't got no Christmas decoration. But on Christmas Day, my kids gonna open up some presents. Like my kids not about to be the only one around the neighborhood not opening up presents. That's just not happening. And so he respected me on that area. But we didn't have no Christmas tree. Like I gave all the Christmas decorations away and everything. Like, okay, this how you want to leave? By all means, we're gonna do that to a certain extent because my kids still gonna open up gifts. But yeah, he canceled. You trying to cancel everything? Like we ain't doing no pagan holidays. We ain't doing none of that. Ain't no rabbit having no eggs. Like we was there. We was all the way there. So thank God he bounced back. He bounced back because I wasn't gonna be able to do it. But like I said, even in the midst of him saying that and doing that, I'm still in my Bible. Like I'm calling pastor and I'm trying to get an understanding on what this scripture mean because my husband can't tell me what it means because he's somewhere else right now. And so
it's funny because I can't even picture that. But
right, as much as that, yeah, as much as we're a choir boy into the Bible,
right?
Yeah. So yeah, it was a real thing. It was a real thing in our household. Children will tell you, like, yeah, he tried it.
How long did it last?
For like a few months. Just like for a few months, like what 4 or 5 months or whatever. Just it was a year. Oh, okay, my bad. My apologies.
This your story.
My apologies. I want to get it right now, but I guess it was 2 years. He canceled Christmas twice, so with the Christmas trees and stuff. And so yeah, and you're right, because then when we moved in here, and we started back buying Christmas trees. And so yeah, and so but that was our life for a little while. And so he yeah, like I said, he was just being a Hebrew Israelite at the time, and he was a step away from wearing the little purple shingles and thingamajiggles, and he was on his way. But luckily we where we are right now. Thank you, Lord, hallelujah. So yeah, that was that.
So now how did you, was that before his brief interaction or his brief time in the conscious community or before that?
I was gonna say, yeah, they go together. Like, yeah, okay. He was trying to figure his stuff out, I guess, or whatever the case may be. Okay. So all of that went together. Like, yeah, he just went from whatever, from Christianity to, I don't know all the other ones. I get them all confused. To me, they all just together. He'd be like, nah, baby, that's and that. But to me, they all together because if you don't believe Jesus the way I really don't, I know what to tell you. Like, but anyhow, yeah, that was that. Like, so we did he did that thing, whatever. Like I said, I've never ever stopped believing in God. But like the Bible said, he the head of the household. So I'm gonna let you lead to how you want to a certain extent, but we're not gonna jump off the cliff with it. We're not gonna jump off the cliff. Like I'm not gonna never stop believing in God. I'm never gonna stop believing in Jesus. So that was that.
I just want y'all, you know, those in the audience who watching and those who watching it on the replay. At one point, nobody from Trust and Believe the Gospel was somebody who was wearing fringes and keeping the Lord's commandments.
Sabbath day and all, yes.
That's all I'm saying. So
yes.
And his wife didn't leave him. She stuck it out.
Why would I?
So, you know, I gotta drop a bomb for sis. Now, getting into your love and your dedication with regards. Drop a bomb for my queen who just made a comment real quick.
Hey,
shout out to my stars. Now, so now, how did this YouTube channel that's coming up, and I want everybody to subscribe. I'm gonna go get the link. Shout out to D New in the building.
Hey, New.
Hey, D New.
How did this YouTube channel that's coming up? How did that manifest itself, and you decide that you wanted to put this information and this content out there? And what's your goals for the channel?
Well, I've always prided myself on being the realest one in the room. Like that's my thing. Like that's you. Thank you. Like ain't nothing fake about me but my hair. Like for real. But like I'm just a realist, bro. Like, and I feel like that has left the world. Like it's only a small percentage of us out here just being real. Like everybody being fake, everybody being trend followers, and I'm not that. Like I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and like I'm passionate about whatever it is that I'm saying. Like my name Gangster for God for a reason. Like I'm serious about God, and I'm gangster when it comes to it. Like I feel like when God created me, he got my dirt from the other side. He blew a different type of breath inside of me. Like I'm just different, and I love it. Like I genuinely love me. Like I'm winning when it comes to me. Like my husband winning when it comes to me. Cause
say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Say what?
Your husband winning what?
When it comes to me. Like I'm the best thing that ever happened to him. He'll tell you. Ask his mom and daddy, they know. And they had him. Quit playing. But yeah, like I'm a different type of wife. Like he is first. Like it's God, then my husband, then my kids, my granny, the dog, and daddy, and not them. They go like that. Like, but my husband is my favorite human. Like he called me his favorite human. That's my favorite human. That's my favorite person on earth. Like can't nobody compare. Come for him, and I'm coming for your neck. And like that's just how I am. Like, yeah, that gangster side don't leave. I'll punch you and pray for you at the same time. God ain't finished with me yet, okay? But like
she do it to me all the time, y'all.
Say it again. You already know how I'm set up. But I love you. You know I love you dearly. And I genuinely mess with you the long way because you understand me from a different perspective, even from different than my husband. Like we got so many similarities. That's why we can bump heads the way we do, but still bounce back. So I'm just like different, and I love being that. Like I love being real. I'm a genuinely love on people. I love giving. Like we can't go to a store without me trying to purchase something for somebody, give somebody something. I have people that come knock on my door still to this day and be like, sis, I'm going through this, that, and the third. Like, but I'm finna go off. But can you, after I finish talking to you, can you pray for me? Let's do it. Like, let's do it. Like, seriously, I'm people in my house cussing and da-da-da-da-da. I'm just sitting there looking like, okay, yep. And so what happened? Yep. And then after we finish, we're going to pray. Because at the end of the day, like, God gonna make a way. Because he always have. Like, I literally was 14 years old and homeless. And look at me today. You can't tell about none of that I done been through. Like I've been with my husband for 21 years. We've been married for 15 years. Our oldest child is 18, about to be 19, is in college. a baby girl is 6'4" giant, and next year she's gonna be her senior year. She only gonna have 2 classes next year. Our boy running for homecoming prince. His teacher called me the other day and was like, "Say, I need my nephew to run for homecoming prince." Like, I'm like, okay, say less. What I need to do? And I done went out and got flyers made. We got candy bags. We got the whole shebang about to go on next week. Yeah, and so I'm just different. Like, even when it comes to my grandma, I take her to the grocery store every month. I buy her groceries. Like, that's my girl. That's my best friend. My daddy, I can call him and ask him for anything. Or I just text him or tell him I love him just because. My stepdaddy, who my mama stabbed in the back, that's still my stepdaddy to this day. Funny part of the thing about that, my stepdaddy and my real daddy, both of them, they named Michael. Like, so both of the Michaels, like, they in love with me. They know I'm the oldest on both sides. So I'm the oldest grandchild, period, on my mama's side. And then on my daddy's side, I'm his oldest child. And so with my stepdaddy, he got other children now, but I'm his oldest child. So, like, they all love on me and they know I'm lovable. But like I'm saying, I can be a little aggressive. I can come off intimidating at sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Don't let this 5'9.5" frame fool.
For the record, I ain't scared of you, but you
know. We'll see.
You might, what my man say, you might knock me down, but I get back up.
Yeah, because I'm gonna help you up after I knock you down, because I'm just that good. I could play.
So what kind of content can the people expect from G4G certified?
Nothing but realness. Like, honestly, nothing but realness. I'm just give y'all my heart. That's all I can do is give y'all what I got inside of me. So whether we talking about loving on Black men, because I feel like that is a thing that needs to happen again in America. Like, we need to love on our men properly, and that starts from little babies. That starts from little men, little babies on up, because in our culture, in our community, we have a thing where we feel as if we're supposed to punch little boys and then tell them not to cry. That bothers me. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all stories. I'm gonna give y'all topics. I'm gonna give y'all different content, but a lot of it gonna be like stories about me, my life, and what I've experienced, or what it is that my personal beliefs are. Like I said, with punching little boys and telling them not to cry, that's BS. Like, for real. Like, that's BS, because those same little boys gonna grow up to be men that don't show their emotions. And don't nobody want to talk about that. Like, women are creating deadbeat men or non-emotional men. They, the other women out there in the world, because my husband can talk. We've been together 21 years, and we can sit up here and talk about the paint on the wall for 6 hours. We can talk. Like, we can talk still to this day. Like, but don't come up to my son and punch my son. Like my brother did this one time, came over here and punched my boy, and my boy was only like 3 or 4, and told him not to cry. And I punched my brother, because what you not gonna do? Huh?
I say I hope y'all jumped him.
No, my punch was enough. What you're not gonna do is tell him not to express his emotions. If he hurt and he want to cry, let him get it out. Like, that's what we're not gonna do. So right now, my son is like the sweetest. He's 12. He's 12. He the sweetest boy in the world. Like, for real. His teachers, everybody who ever ran across duty would tell you, like, my baby is sweet. He precious. He a gentleman. His dad had taught him how to be a gentleman. He opened up doors and all of that. Like, when we out in public, whether I'm with my husband or if I'm just with my son, we don't touch doors. Me, my daughters, we don't touch doors. He see another woman coming, he opening up the door. That's what he does. He says, "Excuse me, thank you." He's well-mannered. All three out of 3 ain't bad. All 3 of my kids are amazing. Like, even the dog is paper trained. Quit playing with me. We're doing good over here. We're doing very well. Like,
shout out to the Wyatt family in the building.
Like, seriously, but my page is gonna be full of realness.
You know, I'm searching
like,
for this bitch, Jay. How you want to?
Who?
Just watching. Surgical with this.
Oh, I'm like, what is that? but like, yeah, I just want to be 100 with people. I don't want to fake the phone or none of that. You step on my toe and it hurt and I cuss. I need you to know how I felt. Like for real. Like God ain't finished with me yet. Yes, I'm a Christian, but if we go there, I'm going there. And I just want to be the one with you. Like, well, yeah.
So we ain't got to worry about you doing subjects like we see some of these sisters doing, saying black women should abort their babies if they black men. We ain't got to worry about that like that, right?
Say, man, say that creature that said that, nah, man, say she not ready for a real conversation. She not. You can't be. Like, you can't create. You have a child based off what I reckon. From what I heard, she has a child, and I guess because it has to be a girl. Because if you saying abort black little boys, that bothers me. Okay, listen, I've lost 2 sons. Before I had my son, we lost 2 boys. I done seen my sons in caskets. I have the ashes of one of my boys right now. So you saying abort black little boys, that bothers me. Them fighting words. Okay, I told y'all I'm not all the way there yet. Like, play with somebody else. Play where it's safe, because it ain't safe over here. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you telling me my son shouldn't be here. My husband should be here, who been loving on me for 21 years. If I would not be the woman that I am today without this black man. Like my brother, my mama's son, I'm supposed to be here? Nah, quit playing with me. You not supposed to be here. I can't be on your platform if you was aborted.
I guess not. I guess I ain't supposed to be here.
No, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe in Planned Parenthood or none of that. So we ain't gonna abort nobody, because at the end of the day, it's murder. It's at the end of the day, if you call a thing, it's called murder. You killing somebody, baby, that's murder. Right. And so I don't touch and agree with at all. Like, at all.
So
like, please don't look. I'm trying not to.
You ain't gonna be having none of this content that say,
no.
Men are lazy and they don't want to work, and black women should start looking at the other ethnicities instead of black men. We ain't gotta.
No, you don't have to worry about it. But my thing is, love is love. If you want to love another,
no, I don't mean love, not love, and you don't love who I mean. Discard the black man.
No. That's never gonna happen. You'll never hear that come out of my mouth, like at all. Like, I love every last one of my black brothers. Quit playing with me. I love everybody. Black brothers, black uncles, black paws, baby boys. Like, no, like, you're not gonna ever hear that coming out of my mouth, because that to me is disrespectful. Like, she wouldn't have been here without her black daddy nutsack. So let's call a thing a thing.
Talk that talk.
Like, let's just call a thing a thing. So now we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. She can have that content for her own self. Okay. Like, yeah, we're not doing that. Like, that's just stupid to me. So yeah, that's all she gonna get out of me. That's why she ain't even getting her name called. She know who she is.
Yeah. You notice I ain't said her name not one time, because I wouldn't.
Because she's not even worthy.
You know.
But at the end of the day, I love all black men. I'm like Angie Stone, okay, my black brother. Like, I love them all. So, like, no, the world wouldn't even be America. Wouldn't even be America without the black men, without the blacks. So let's call a thing a thing. Mm-hmm. We got blood, sweat, and tears embedded inside this soil, and that's from the black man. Like, you know how much they took, and how, like, we have black men being hung, castrated, and all that. So what we're not gonna do is down talk a black man, like, ever. So, like, yeah, we gonna leave that word set, because that stupidity is what it is. Yeah. But I'm praying for you, sis. I'm praying for you that you get a understanding when it comes to the black man, because
I can see why me and my sister vibe. Like, she ain't upset that her husband is friends with a heathen, because
not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
And I wouldn't call you that, but not at all.
You know, she ain't mad that nobody who really somebody from Trust and Believe the Gospel is friends with this infidel. But
honestly, I wouldn't want his best friend to be nobody but you. Let's call a thing a thing, like, for real.
Okay.
Like for real, like the way that y'all love on one another as brothers, like I loved it. Like for real, for real. I wouldn't want nobody else to be his best friend but you. So like nah. Yeah. R.I.P. to his previous best friend, but like that's you bomb. In my eyes, you bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah, baby. But yeah, you bomb. So
yeah,
next.
I'll take that. I'll take that. So
I still don't like you, but
I think it's time for me to play this little preview. Get this link in the chat. If there's anything you want to say before we get out of here and do all that, please do. Shout out whoever you want to shout out. And I'm gonna
shout out to my big daddy, trust and believe. Nobody, choir boy, Jacobus, and all of them in one. Yeah, because like I wouldn't be here on this platform if it wasn't for him. So first shout out to him, like for real, God and him. But yeah, and then thank you, bro, for allowing this to happen. Like finally, we made it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It took a little minute. It did. We finally made it happen. So, but yeah, let me get myself together, and then we'll get ready to close this thing on out.
But yeah, everybody go G4G classified, like, share, subscribe, cause I'm about to give y'all all the content y'all need. Okay. You know, somebody you got an idea, give it to me. You want to come on the platform with me? Let's do this. Let's do this. Like for real. Like, and it don't matter what nationality, what race, none of that. Female, male, like let's do this. You know what I'm saying? If your dog talk good, I roof with it. So like let's do it. But I genuinely like I love you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all in real life. Hey, Black Line Supreme. I know who he is. I know his name. I hear it all the time. So yeah, you wanted the people he talk about. And shout out to Jamila. Hey sis, I love you.
My moon and my stars.
You better say it again.
My moon and my stars.
Yes.
So all right, I got this link coming, y'all, and then I'm gonna play y'all a little something right quick to take us out of here.
Play a thing song.
Look, my thing song.
But also, y'all, I dropped my poetry book today, so y'all check that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on Amazon.
Oh yeah. Okay, we about to go cop that.
So here's the link to my sister YouTube channel. Y'all hit that link, copy and paste it. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. And then also, let me make sure I get my book back in there one more time. A lot of these I wrote when I was a much younger man. So, you know, my wife been on me about it for years, but I've been procrastinating. So, you know, y'all support your brother. It's on Amazon for $12. And if all goes well with this, then we'll have volume 2 out in February. So I'm dropping this.
You got away with words, so you about to blow up Shuey, bro.
I'm dropping this one for my birthday. I plan on dropping the other one around my grandmother's birthday. So, you know, y'all
already.
And you know, that's how we're gonna do it. So let me get this video queued up. And like I say, me and sis gonna call it a night, but y'all definitely support the sis. You see, she passionate about her people. She passionate about Black men. She got a story to tell. Homeless as a teenager, and everybody deal with their past issues in their own way. But she did not let those past issues break her. Because see, it's a lot of people that walk around holding on to those past issues, and they ain't moving on with their life. They stay stagnant. And we all know, like, even if water goes stagnant, it gets stale. Stagnation is death.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in that place, still moping and complaining about what happened to her as a kid. But she done moved on. She with her husband. She got her kids, and she making sure her kids don't have to suffer through what she had to suffer through in any other matter. So she doing what you're supposed to do with a situation like that. As they said in the Biggie movie, what don't break a nigga make a nigga. So let's keep it let's keep it flowing. But let me share this. Let me see where my shirt button. Don't look like I got one. Where the hell is it? Damn, can I not share? Okay, there we go.
Look, Alzheimer's. He getting old, y'all. That's all right.
Hey, y'all. Hey, I'll be 46 on Friday. I'm tongue kissing 50 in the mouth.
You don't went back 20 years.
hey, shout. I'll be 46. I'm tongue kissing 50. Shout out to my brother Black Man Supreme, who 50 some years young. He make it look good. I don't think I can make it look that good, bro. So shout out.
Yeah, come on, Black Line.
But y'all check us out.
If you've been looking for me, baby, I ain't hard to find. I've been on somebody block, trying hard to shine. I've been hustling long, struggled hard for mine. When I hit and
decided to run, hey, look at me.
Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me. If you're looking at yourself, then you ain't looking at me. Hey, look at me. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me. If you're looking at yourself,
keep your eyes focused on me and watch me do whatever they don't do. And they never gonna do, cause all they do is watch me do what I do.
Oh, shit.
Get more greedy than never owe nobody whatever amount do. If you wanna do the do, then that's what we gonna do. When it comes to the proof, whatever they won't do, and yes I do. Got to stay clean every day.
Yes.
And you know what? I just realized the daggone. I had to whatchamacall up, so I'm gonna play this one more time just so y'all can get another look at it. And let me make sure my volume all the way up. Nice and loud. All right. So now I don't want to play. What the hell?
if you've been looking for me, baby, I ain't hard to find. I've been on somebody block, trying hard to shine. I've been hustling long, struggled hard for mine. When I picked up that pen and decided to rhyme, hey, look at me. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me. If you're looking at yourself, then you ain't looking at me. Hey, look at me. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me now. Everybody look at me. If you're looking at yourself,
keep your eyes focused on me and watch me do whatever they don't do. And they never gonna do, cause all they do is watch me do what I do. And you already know what I'ma do. I'ma get more greedy than the can amount do. Never owe nobody whatever amount do. If you wanna do the do, then that's what we gonna do. When it comes to the proof, whatever they won't do, and yes I do. Got to stay clean every day.
So yeah, just in case y'all ain't know, that was the one and only Nobody, who is somebody on the track. So
that's my baby daddy.
y'all make sure y'all check the sister out. She's gonna be dropping content soon, and we'll keep you posted on that as well. So y'all got the link, and as soon as she dropped that content, I'll let y'all know, and I'll drop the link in the chat again. Make sure y'all get the book, Love and Life Volume 1. Like I say, if everything go well, we definitely be dropping Volume 2 in February. So, you know, y'all stick with your boy. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTube dude. I'm just a dude on YouTube. So y'all know how it goes. Everything ain't gonna be sparkling and pretty, but I'm just gonna give y'all what I got and keep it a buck. So, and like I say, I appreciate y'all rocking with us. So, sis, any closing words?
No, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Like in real life. I thank y'all. So all my sugar foots. And hey, remember, go tell your friends about me. You heard me?
G4G certified. Gangster for
That's
God.
fine.
We want all the smoke. Well, she want
You
all
heard
the
me?
smoke. Y'all know what I say. I am the smoke. So,
I'm the fire that's bringing the smoke. What you saying?
you know.
We're playing.
So there it is. All right, family. We'll be back at it again. So I got to do a birthday show. It's the 3-year anniversary of Paradigm Shift TV, and then your boy turning 46. I always tell this story. I told my grandmother I wasn't going to live to be 25 when I was like 18 years old. So every year after my 25th birthday, she'll call me, sing happy birthday, then tell me how old I was, and we'll laugh about it. So every year around this time, I started thinking about that, and I just laughed to myself because here we is, 21 years past 25 years old, and a brother still here. So I give all the gratitude to my wife, because if it wasn't for her, ain't no telling where I'd be. And my grandmother knew that. So that's what's up. I appreciate y'all rocking with the brother. And like I say, we'll be back at it again. We're gonna do that birthday and anniversary celebration probably Sunday. I'll keep y'all posted. So y'all tune in. We out. That's peace.